Hi. This is something I haven't done yet. If everything goes well, this is the first video on my new channel. For those who don't know me, hi. I usually go by Woo057 and to do variety content, but this channel is specifically made for Thomas-centered content. Because like I've thought, okay, fuck it, in the big 2026 I'm gonna start doing content regarding that. Been watching content of that for like years on my own now. I thought might as well throw my hat into the ring. So what are we doing today? Simple. This was one of the funny ideas I had at work. Which one of the vehicles would be the heaviest drinker? Now I know they can't get drunk physically. I don't know if can engines get drunk, but like if they could, who would drink the most? And what would they drink? We have a couple of tiers. We have champagne, rum, whiskey, wine, beer. On special occasions, recovering alcoholic, this is for one specific person, and doesn't drink. So, sadly it's not in release order, it's alphabetical. Also, I'm gonna skip all the fucking Wabba characters, cause no. And probably also all the humans. Okay, I guess we're starting off with Ryan. I feel like Ryan doesn't drink. I feel like Ryan is not really a drinker. He seems way too innocent for that. Who's next on the list? Philip. Philip also doesn't drink. I feel like Philip also doesn't drink. Well, I feel like Philip actually isn't allowed to drink, you know, that I think about it. I think like there was like an incident where he got drunk once, and ever since then everyone's preventing him from getting drunk ever again. I feel like most of the pack is beer drinkers, like the construction workers. My dad's a construction worker, he drinks beer. Not saying that everyone that it works in construction is an alcoholic, but like it's a tough job, you need something to take off the edge. Caroline. Caroline is an older lady. I feel like she drinks wine. Bulgy. Where would I rank him? Where would I rank him? Almost put him like in beer. Maybe whiskey. Yeah, maybe Bulgy's a whiskey drinker. I think Owen also just straight up just only drinks beer. Norman. Where the fuck would I put Norman? Norman is such a wasted opportunity of a character. We don't know jack shit about him. I don't know where to put Norman. I want to say on special occasions, maybe. On special occasions, Norman drinks. I also want to say Diesel 10 doesn't drink. I want to say Diesel 10 doesn't drink. I don't know. Maybe it's like I can't drink. All the steamies are drinking. If I start drinking, I'm not better than them. I also feel like Paxton is the one that drinks on special occasions. I feel like Murdoch doesn't. Does Murdoch drink? Does Murdoch drink, or is he just fed up with everyone's bullshit that he's like, okay, this was a noisy day again, I need a beer. Gonna put in beer, maybe. Scotsman. I wanna put Scotsman in champagne, like he's a regal engine, I wanna put him in there. He doesn't shy away from beer, but like he's so high class, he probably drinks champagne. Samson. Samson's a beer drinker. Samson's a beer drinker. Rusty doesn't drink. Rusty does not drink. Rusty does not drink. I feel like, Cranky. I'd almost want to say Cranky is like a full or first full-blown alcoholic, just because his life he thinks his life sucks so much. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, honestly, I feel like if in his off time he just gets absolutely wasted. Just to cope with the fact that his life sucks. Actually, on that note, isn't allowed to drink. I put Philip and isn't allowed to drink, same as Charlie. He drinks, but it never ends well for him. So everyone's just stopping Charlie from ever getting in contact with alcohol. I feel like, okay, Peter Sam. Peter Sam is one that drinks on special occasions. You know, when one of the Narrow Gauge Engine's birthday is coming up, but usually stays sober. I feel like Lady doesn't drink. Lady doesn't drink. Also feel Skiff is rather sober. He's a boat, but he is rather sober. Same as Captain. He feels like his job is way too much. He can't allow himself to be drunk. Of course, Jack's a member of the pack. He's drinking. Bradford doesn't drink. Bradford doesn't drink, and this pisses him off because Samson occasionally drinks beer, and he is absolutely bothered by that. Okay, I feel like that was Dart, right? I feel like because like Dart and Den are technically surgeons. Kinda how Victor is a surgeon in the context of this universe. So I don't know if they drink. Oh fuck it, I'll pull him a whiskey. Why not? Merrick drinks beer. I don't know. Don't know if I'd put Lexi in there, because she is not really a soda resident. Neville. We're skipping the Lexi for now. Neville. Not a nothing burger character. I'd say rum. Fuck it. Neville drinks rum. Whatever. Caitlin feels like Caitlin is Irish, right? They have like they both have Irish accents, I think. Like, not saying all the Irish drink whiskey, but like, fuck it, why not? She works for the Earl of Soda. She probably has access to all the good shit. Not the store-bought ones. Millie drinks wine. Millie drinks definitely wine. Colin. I feel like Colin doesn't drink. I feel like Colin doesn't. No, there's like the episode where no one is ever the dwarf, so he misses out on all the parties. So he doesn't drink. Henrietta's sister Hannah. Hannah's an alcoholic. Fuck it. Hannah's an alcoholic. Nia. I feel like Nia drinks on special occasions, but not really usually. Sir Handel. I'd put Sir Handel. Maybe he likes wine. I guess I feel like Sir Handel would like wine. Why is he so loud? Was he in? How far down the list am I? This is not ordered. This is Farmer McCall. Why is Lexi up here? This is not. No wait, this is where the No, this is not where L is. Why is Gordon in the middle of M? Who ordered this shit? Billy is not allowed to drink. I feel like Merlin doesn't drink. No, I don't feel like Merlin drinks. Madge drinks on special occasions. I feel like Rebecca likes wine. Ned drinks beer. Okay, let's get to a bigger one. Gordon. I want to put him in champagne as Scott, but I feel like Gordon does not like the taste of champagne. That would be actually very funny that he does not like it. He's more of a beer guy, to be honest. He's more of a beer guy. He tried it once and he acts like, oh yeah, this is great. This tastes great, and he actually does not like it. He does not like the taste of champagne. And in his mind, he thinks it's actually kind of overrated. He just lies to people to keep up this facade, but he actually prefers like beer over it. Hugo. Where the hell do I put Hugo? I feel like Hugo doesn't drink. He's such a nothing burger character. He's I don't know. Okay, I guess this is all the Arlesdale engines. Okay. I don't know. I guess on special occasions they do. Molly. Molly's also one that drinks on special occasions. Bertram likes rum. No, Bertram likes whiskey. Bertram likes whiskey. Sydney is not allowed to drink. Due to medical reasons. Sydney is not allowed to drink, because I feel like he would actually just become brain dead with his already existing amnesia if he starts drinking. Butch. Butch is a beer guy. I feel. Okay, Toby? Toby is another big one I had thought about. Toby on special occasions drinks whiskey. He's like your grandpa. He has like a really well-aged whiskey that costs him a couple of hundred. He drinks on special occasions. Marion. Where's Marion? I want to say Marion drinks. No. Beer, wine. I guess beer. Who's next? Not Frankie. Dexter. Dexter's such a nothing character. I don't know. Do I wanna rank the coach that became a schoolhouse? I guess he is not allowed to drink because he interacts with children so much. Gator is like one. I guess he drinks on special occasions. Hold on, I see who's coming up next. The logging locals do crack. It just makes sense. The logging locals do crack. That explains a lot. They also brew moonshine on there, but they mostly consume crack on their Misty Island. I feel like Harvey doesn't drink. He takes his job way too seriously. Did I rank Merlin? Merlin isn't really a soda resident. No, I have not ranked Merlin. I've skipped Merlin. Okay. Did I? Yeah, I am only ranking soda residents, so Merlin's going on the back burner. Bell's also one that doesn't drink. I feel like most of the people associated with the Soda Search and Rescue team do not drink because they take their job serious. Seriously. Mighty Mac. Mighty Mac. I want to say rum, maybe? Whiskey? Wine? Beer. I feel like it's a split. We like one likes beer and the other prefers to taste the whiskey. Okay, why does this keep happening? I don't know if you can hear this, but some guy in my apartment complex just started a power drill and is now drilling something. Maybe it's a saw, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what this is. This happens regularly. Isabella. Beer. Max and Monty are actually not allowed to drink. Max and Monty are not allowed to drink. I know Class 40 isn't a soda resident, but I feel like he started off as like, oh, I don't drink. I'm better than the steam engines. I don't drink. But I feel like over the years, and especially since he got replaced later down the line with better engines, he's an alcohol. He's like somewhere on the siding waiting to be used. Just absolutely. Class 40 is an alcoholic. Where were we? Scruff. I feel like occasionally Scruff drinks a beer. Smudger was... okay, there's like the popular headcanon that there's two reasons why Smudger constantly railed. He wasn't gauged properly, or people are just throwing around his driver was alcoholic. So I kind of put him up here. Duke? I want to almost say Duke is either a champagne or a whiskey person. Maybe rum? Actually no, Duke is a wine guy. Duke and Sir Handel are wine people. And Peter Sam just doesn't drink. No, wait, on special occasions. Yeah, that's how we roll this. That's how we roll this. Where were we? Edward! I feel like Edward only drinks on special occasions. He's kind of more like the sober driver of the core group. Like if anyone stays sober while everyone else is drunk, like he's the one that gets you home. He mostly stays sober the evening. Unless he knows, okay, I don't have to, okay, we're partying, we're staying at my house, I can drink, I don't have to drive anyone home, this is great. But usually he only does this on special occasions. Stepney. I feel like Stepney likes a beer. I feel like Stepney likes a beer. Big Mickey. So, I feel like I'm putting Big Mickey in rum. I feel like I'm putting him in rum. If we assume that both Big Mickeys are the same from Tugs and season 23, then I feel like he still has like PTSD from the munitions incident. He's drinking to cope with that. And rum because that I mean, he is near the docks. By the way, whilst we're at this, where's Salty? Where's Salty? There he is. Salty's a rum drinker. Like, he's a pirate. Come on, this works. This just adds up. I also just noticed that half of the dockside is just either heavy drinking or just drinking in general. Which does not bode well, actually, now that you think about it. Henrietta. I'd put her here next to Toby. They are a married couple, they drink together. Although, no wait, Henrietta's a wine person. Henrietta's a wine person. Byron, construction worker, he drinks beer. Porter actually does not drink. I feel like Porter, no, on special occasions. Porter drinks on special occasions. He's like the one guy at Dogs that is trying to stay sober whilst everyone else is drinking, but he drinks on special occasions. Usually on like someone's birthday, or on Christmas, but usually Porter's trying to be the one guy that is sober at the docks. Buster. I feel like Buster is the one guy in the pack that doesn't drink. I feel like, yeah, I feel like Buster is the one guy that doesn't drink. Okay. Diesel. Actually, no. If we want to rank Diesel, we also have to rank Duck. Where's Duck? God, but this is not ordered. Okay, Duck does not drink. I feel like Duck does not drink. Because it's not the Great Western way to get drunk. And Diesel does not drink because he thinks, okay, I'm better than Duck. If he doesn't drink, I'm even gonna drink less. I feel like that's the gist with those two. They try to one-up each other in staying sober. Okay, next up is Percy. So, it depends which era Percy we're talking about. Railway Series Percy is a heavy beer drinker. I feel like the entire Farquhar branch likes to drink. If this is like CGI Series Percy, then I'm almost putting him in isn't allowed to drink. But I'm going for both Percy and Thomas with like the Railway Series version of them. And I feel like Percy's a scrappy dude. I feel like he can take a couple of pints without issue. George is an alcoholic. I'm putting it out there, George is an alcoholic. Alfie works in construction, he drinks. Scruffy takes crack. Scruffy and the Troublesome Trucks take crack. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Most of the Rolling Stocks takes other illegal substances. Rheneas. I feel like Rheneas is a beer? Whiskey? I don't know where I put Rheneas and Scarloy in this list. Put Rheneas in whiskey and maybe Scarloy in wine. Where is he? This is the roll's going on again. Okay, great. This is great. Okay, you know what? Yeah. No, actually, I put both in wine. I don't know. I feel like they drink. Yeah. Boko. Boko's like another one that only drinks on special occasions. Like, how often he has to babysit the Claypit twins? Him and Edwards, they usually stay sober. But I also think both of them are drinking buddies. Like they both are a lot on their Wellsworth. Occasionally, like they get together on evenings and drink, but like it's not a regular thing. Patrick's a beer guy. Donald and Douglas, of course, are whiskey. Like they're Scottish. It just fits. Hank's a beer guy. Who else is on here? Stanley! I feel like Stanley doesn't drink. Stanley doesn't seem like the guy that drinks. Mavis. Mavis is a beer. Mavis drinks beer. Now Toad does not drink. Oliver, however, oh, where did I drop him? Oliver, however, so when he got saved, here's my headcanon for this. When he got saved from Scrap, actually he felt like, oh, I'm invincible. Nothing can harm me. So he actually would drink a lot to celebrate his new lease on life. Then the Oliver Owns Up incident happens. Where he just gets absolutely humiliated. You couldn't, maybe he was drunk. Maybe he was drunk. So I feel like that made him become one that only drinks on special occasions, and then if that's the case, Toad watches over him that he doesn't overdo it. Okay, here's one I've been waiting for. Henry. So pre-rebuild, Henry was an alcoholic. Pre-rebuild, Henry was an alcoholic to cope with the fact that he's in constant pain, that his life is just absolutely miserable, nothing works for him. Then the accident happens, which wasn't his fault. This is actually one of the times. This was post Welch Coal. I want to say, like, in this context, Welch Coal is kind of like painkillers. He got his hands on some painkillers, he started working properly now. Then he got into the accident, he was like, okay, my body got completely fucked up. I got a rebuild. I got a new lease on life. I'm gonna quit drinking. I'm gonna quit drinking. So Henry's a recovering alcoholic. That's I made this tier specifically for Henry. He's like the opposite of. No wait, he's not the opposite of Oliver. See, kinda. It is kinda similarities. They're both getting second chances at life, but like Henry does not drink. Yeah. Who's next? Ah, the man himself, Thomas. He's a beer guy. He's a beer guy. If we go by like season 1 to 5 and Railway Series, he's a beer guy. He likes drinking a couple of pints after work. Eddie and Terrible don't drink though, to keep in check that he doesn't overdo it. That Thomas doesn't overdo it. Yeah, fuck it, Birdie's a beer guy. Birdie's a beer guy. Fergus does not drink. Actually, he doesn't allow himself to drink. This does not go for the. It's not in the rules that I should drink. He doesn't allow himself to drink. Same as Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben are not allowed to drink. It happened once. It ended well. It did not end well for anybody. And same as Kevin. I feel like Victor does not allow him to drink. On that note, I also put like Victor in doesn't drink. Like I said, he's a surgeon. He takes his job he takes his job seriously. Maybe on special occasions, but like he's like, okay, we just finished a great rebuild. This took us like a week. Okay, I know rebuilds don't take like a week. They take longer, but like we just had one of the toughest rebuilds behind us. Let's pop open a bottle of champagne for that. But usually Victor does not drink. Fearless Freddy. I'm putting him in rum, whatever. We need more people in the rum section. Emily? You know, a high class Sterling engine. Emily drinks champagne and Emily actually loves it. Harold doesn't drink. I feel also like Whiff is not really a guy that drinks. Fuck it. I'm putting Thumper in alcoholic. I don't know what to do with Thumper. I'm putting Thumper in alcoholic. Winston doesn't drink. Reg. Where do I put Reg? I guess Reg is a beer guy. He's got a tough job. Fuck it, the Spiteful Break when does crack. The slip coaches actually also don't drink. They're on the same note as Duck there. Daisy. Daisy's also maybe like a champagne person. How come we haven't seen James yet? Where the hell is James? No, we'll get to him when we get to him. Elizabeth is a wine person. Luke? I actually want to say Luke does not drink. Funnily enough, he's the one Irish character I've put in doesn't drink. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I think he liked the taste of alcohol. Dennis is an alcoholic. Dennis is an alcoholic. He's lazy. He's an alcoholic. Dennis is an alcoholic. It just fits. Flynn doesn't drink. Connor, I put Connor here next to. Where did I put Caitlin? I put Connor next to Caitlin. Like I said, the Earl's hooking him up with the good shit. Nelson is a beer guy. Rosie. You know, Rosie drinks beer. Rosie drinks beer. feel like Hector as a truck actually doesn't drink. Hector doesn't drink. He doesn't feel like the guy that would be drinking. Trevor feels like he could fancies a good wine. I feel like the vicar is making his own wine in his basement. And Trevor occasionally gets to taste it. Splatter and dodge. Beer. Derek, I feel like Derek doesn't drink. James, there he is. I almost want to say James and Daisy are like champagne drinking buddies or something, or like, no, wait, hold on. Though they're both like wine. They occasionally meet up at Elsbridge and drink wine together. Arthur doesn't drink. Arthur doesn't drink to keep his spotless record. Did I miss somebody? Who's that? That is not Carly. That's Carly. I feel like Carly also doesn't drink. To balance it out, but together with Porter. That's there's actually some sober people at the dock. But where did I rank Porter? Oh, on special occasions. Yeah, then Carly's just the mainly sober one. I put Flora and doesn't drink either. I don't know what to do with Flora. Bolstrode's an alcoholic. He's been laying on that beach for like decades. He's an alcoholic. Stafford doesn't drink, I think. Timothy doesn't either. Mostly just because he's like, okay, if I start getting drunk, I am more susceptible to the twins' pranks. I also don't think Jeremy drinks. I don't know. Steven's a champagne guy. Terrence is just dock and standard farmer. He likes beer. Duncan's a whiskey guy. He likes to be a lot of Scottish. He's a whiskey guy. Rocky doesn't drink. Glyn? I'll put Glyn in champagne as well. He was usually a beer guy, then when he got restored by the Earl, he started liking the taste of champagne. Who else? I feel like, I don't know. A lot of people where I don't know what to do with them, I'm putting them in the doesn't drink. So he old slow coach. Spencer's a champagne guy. Do I rank Sam? Like Sam, I know Sam worked on soda for a bit, but do I rank Sam? Judy and Jerome don't drink. The Horrid Lorries are alcoholics. Harry and Bert feel like they like a couple of beers. Am I missing someone? Okay, let me skim through the list again. Did I miss someone? The last one is Hero. Wait, why is Sam here but not Logan? That doesn't make sense. I guess, okay, Hero. I wanna say, hold on, I'm putting him on special occasions. But like, the thing with Hero is, he only drinks on like special occasions. And like, a thing I came up with, like, he got his hands on some really good sake once. And he was like, and he convinced Thomas to try it once. Now, Thomas didn't like it. He didn't really like the taste of it, he as a regular ass beer drinker. But he didn't want to show it off that he didn't like it. So he's like, yeah, that's great. I like it. Because he has high respect for Hero and didn't want to say his face, sorry, but I don't like the taste of it. This tastes awful. So on like multiple occasions afterwards, they got together like 2 times a year. They just get together and drink sake, and Thomas has to realize, oh god, I shouldn't have told him. I should have told him that I don't like this, now I have to deal with this, now I'm far too I'm in too deep to this. Okay, did I miss someone? There's a lot of human characters here. I guess that's all there is. I guess, yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, there's some weird cranes out here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, this is the list. We have a couple of alcoholics. We have a lot of beer drinkers actually. Almost as much as we have doesn't drink. I had like a couple of rough ideas on where to put some of these. But some I just decided on a whim. But yeah, this is... I guess this is this then. Yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if anyone else has done this idea yet, but yeah, here's my take on who drinks in the this show's universe and who doesn't. Thanks for watching.